I'm not. I'm probably not gonna watch this, but like, part of me wants to watch it for the meme. For the meme and then get for science, and then get back to everybody in a week. You know what? I will watch an episode. I'm a grown ass man. I'll do what I want.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 28 of the Niisan podcast, hosted by yours truly, Josh L. Kim, and of course we have Crim, the Asian Avenger. How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm good. I'm great. I'm moving soon at the end of the month. I see that maybe you are too.
Yeah, I beat you to that race.
yeah, you beat me to it.
I'm in a new space now. It's I can show off a little bit more of my anime figurines that you can see back there. I've got a bunch. And no, I'm excited, dude. This move was insane. I'm so tired. I finally got to sleep in a bed this last night, so that was awesome.
That must be nice.
And yeah, otherwise I've been sleeping on the floor, which is not the best.
Is that good for your posture? I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
I heard that it like kind of is, but like, you know, whatever.
But it's also very uncomfortable. So yeah, anyways, I'm excited to get this started, and I guess let's start with some news. I had to sing it. Dude. Okay,
that's a high note.
Fun fact: apparently, the Japanese Prime Minister is a huge Kimetsu no Yaiba fan, and one of his platform things is that he said that he would boost the income for people who work in the manga and anime industry. That's awesome. It's so funny to hear that. The Prime Minister is a giant weeb. Like it's bound to happen. You know, like I imagine not long from now we're gonna have presidents, prime ministers who will disagree with each other about their anime tastes and wage war based off of what shonen they liked growing up. You know.
We're gonna, you know what? I don't agree with that. I'm canceling season 3 of Mob Psycho, right? Because but then we still won't have it. So, you know,
your waifu is what? Send the nukes.
Yeah. Dude, that's so rad though. Because I mean, also, does that not sound like an anime title on its own? Yeah. Our prime minister is like into anime. You know what I mean? Like that's just a whole series on its own.
Yeah.
But I do think that that's pretty sweet for the manga industry and whatnot, because, you know, it's an exhausting industry with the, you know, the deadlines and all this other stuff that's forced, you know, upon all of its employees. So this is like really big, you know, like this is going to be a little more lucrative for everybody who's like, you know, working out, like, you know, pretty much working to the bone, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, I think for ages, people have talked about how bad the animation industry is. Like the animation industry itself makes fun of itself with how bad the work setting is. And so hopefully this is this moves the needle on making that more economical. And just in general, like as far as I hear in Japan, like, man, they have it tough in terms of work-life balance. And it sounds like this guy might help that. That sounds like a good thing overall. So
yeah.
So that's that. Another piece of news that came in hot off the press today, at least as of today when we're filming, is Kingdom Hearts Sora comes to Smash. So this is the last DLC for Smash Ultimate, and it's our very own Kingdom Hearts Sora. And I don't know. Did you play the Kingdom Hearts games, Crim?
Only the first one. I didn't play the second or the third one. So
you know, there's like a billion Kingdom Hearts games.
I found out there was like a mobile one, I think, or like there's some offshoot of the main line that I just did. Like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts has apparently had way more games than I thought. And to this day, I don't know if it's been any easier, but like, I still can't tell you what the story of Kingdom Hearts is. Maybe that happens after you play 3 games.
You have to actually apply to Stanford for a PhD to fully understand and do some research on the Kingdom Hearts storyline. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they have literally dozens of games. And like, I played one that was like a pseudo card game where like you it was called Chain of Memories, and it was actually pretty good. It was during that time where every popular game had like a weird like card game offshoot, and it wasn't like a TCG game. It was just like there's like random cards that you draw from a deck that allows you certain actions. Like I played this old game called Metal Gear Acid, which was you do Metal Gear Solid things, but through a deck of cards that like let you move, let you sneak, let you hide in a box, let you shoot people with different guns, and
If you
like
top deck poorly, then it's like, oh, well, run and get discovered by
yeah,
the
exactly. And then you have to fight your way out or something. It was fun. It was really goofy. But yeah. Anyways, Kingdom Hearts Sora coming to Smash. I don't really play Smash Ultimate anymore, but I still think that just the hype around every new character is always really fun. So
I mean, why play Smash Ultimate when you have Nickelodeon All Stars?
that's what I'm saying, dude. Okay, have you watched any of the gameplay from?
I have.
It's so fast. People
Yeah.
are dying left and right in that game. And I saw a clip from Leffen too, who figured out that with Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can indefinitely stall by like you have like a helicopter move that lets you keep going higher and higher, and so your opponent can never reach you. And I'm like, this game is so jank. He's definitely gonna get banned.
It's gonna need some balancing.
Yeah.
It's gonna need some balancing. But SpongeBob's like wave dash and all of this other stuff, like there's moves that SpongeBob's doing that looks pretty fun. Patrick is probably gonna be the character I'm gonna play the most, and like it looks just silly but fun.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah, like I don't know how competitive it is though. I mean, just by you talking about Michelangelo over there, but like I legit think that it could be competitive from what I see so far. It just needs some patching.
Yeah, so the developers are the guys who made Slap City, and those guys are very clearly fans of competitive Smash. And I think, this could be an opportunity for them to try to make that shine, because there was a competitive scene for Slap City, but it was like pretty small, I think, at least in comparison to like some of the bigger fighting games. And but with the IP of Nickelodeon behind them, maybe this becomes like an actual competitive Smash, which would be super awesome, I think. So I'm excited to get my hands on and play it. Yeah. Dude, the fact that they have like people from Real Monsters, Cat Dog, Invader Zim, Danny Phantom's going to be my main. I'm going to be super excited about that. So, also more fighting game news is that also Melty Blood type Lumina finally comes out. Melty Blood being one of the premier anime games that people used to meme about back in the day, and finally gets its second game after 10-ish years. So some people are really excited about it. Melty Blood, the animations and stuff look really beautiful. Character designs, in my opinion, look kind of lacking, but that said, I know that a lot of people are really excited about this game, so I figured that while we're talking about all these fighting game things, like might as well put in Type Lumina on there. So
I've never even heard of Melty Blood until today. So
they used to joke that Melty Blood at Evo was played in the bathrooms because like it's such an underground thing. But some of the best fighting game players of today came up from playing Melty Blood. So it's just like it's kind of this weird game where like it was never a commercial success or that like huge, I guess, but definitely culture-wise that has a lot of influence. So Melty Blood, super cool game. I played a little bit of the NBA CC a little bit back when I was waiting for Guilty Gear to come out. So okay, so let's get on to talking about the big stuff, which is the fact that we are now in a brand new season of anime. And
well,
yeah, I
mostly.
I guess mostly. But that said, like, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and a lot of sequels I think a lot of people were hyped about as well, and of course, a couple of new shows that at least I'm particularly excited about. So, I guess let's get to it. We'll talk about the fall season of seasonal anime.
I guess it kind of falls into that next season, but. Also, we had mentioned last week before we go right into this that we were going to talk about the conclusion a little bit of Sonny Boy.
Yeah, go for it. I haven't been watching Sonny Boy, so this is all you, Crim.
So I watched the finale, and the episode is exactly where the direction I thought it would go, and it's still solid. It could have been better, but it definitely was not bad. Mm-hmm. As you know, all things like that complicated, it could always be a little bit better. But essentially, it asks the question: did any of the events happen at all? And it not only that, but like it happened over a killer soundtrack. So the music of the last episode, the animation of the last episode, everything was on point. I think this show is a hidden gem. And I have to say one more thing. If I could describe that last episode, it would be like, I don't know if the director watched a ton of like Twin Peaks and just like was a huge fan of Jeremy Lynch, because it feels like there's a character that literally looks like him. It has that one scene from Twin Peaks of season 3, you know, like if you've seen season 3 of the show, you know what I'm talking about. The episode of season 3. But if for those that don't know what I'm talking about, just imagine if the episode was you leaving your computer to go idle, and that is the, like the old backgrounds that you would see and all that. Like, holy cow, it is a trip, and it is sick. It's such a good show. And like, yeah, really just once again, like the fact, the question at the end of the day is, did any of our events happen? Did we ever go adrift? And, you know, like getting to like know each other again and starting over. So I was a huge fan of the way the episode went. I thought it would have been a little wilder, but you know what? Still good. Still good. I watched the last episode 3 times. So it is just to make sure I picked up on everything there. But like after everything, at the first watch, I didn't feel too hot about it. I was like, oh man, I wanted it to be like more mind blowing, more all of this. But they went a kind of a safe route with the ending that I still enjoyed. So it's still a solid finisher, solid show. And yeah, I think that is the final verdict for me, at least on Sonny Boy, and I recommend you watch it if you're into that abstract, like mind-blowing kind of show that's super hard to kind of like comprehend right off the bat. So yeah, very good show.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I we'll see if I ever get back to end up watching it, but I dropped it like halfway-ish in, and I haven't really picked it back up yet, but maybe I'll do that. I keep saying that for all these other shows that people say are good, like Odd Taxi and stuff, and I just haven't finished them. Okay, so yes, this season, let's talk about stuff. So I'm just going off the My Anime List stuff, and right off the bat, they have Blue Period pinned up in there. I guess they're like
community, like.
Yeah, I guess Blue Period and My Anime List have some sort of like concurrent marketing thing going on. So there's like an art contest they're holding. But anyways, Blue Period, what you think on this one? This one, it looks like it's about this guy who's in high school, but really discovers art as like his way of sort of coping with life and stuff like that. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
This looks amazing. Like I cannot wait to watch this. I don't know if the first episode has gone up. A few of the shows have already launched the first few episodes or so of the shows of their show, but like I don't think Blue Period's gone up yet. Everything that I saw from the trailer just looks like this is going to be an emotional roller coaster. Well, I at least I feel like it's going to be like sad 2.0 or whatever. Like the thing here is it looks good. It looks like it's got a lot of story. It's going to be one of the slower shows, so it's not going to be like, you know, people punching each other through buildings. At least I don't know. I can't say that for sure. It could be randomly. But the thing here is it looks like it's going to be a heartfelt show.
Yeah, I think it's interesting looking. Like the art style is at least like the way the characters are designed look kind of unique, and I think this is just one of those shows that like I have to watch and see how it goes, because like I think the setup is pretty, you know, I think we've seen a lot of versions of this type of show where it's like it's a guy who doesn't really fit in anywhere, and then he discovers X club and like goes off with it. So I'm kind of curious because like the PVs, I didn't really get much info from it, so it's going to be about watching the show, seeing how it is, and I'd say I'm mostly positive on it. So yeah, Blue Period. Next show, Mushoku Tensei is getting its second season for fans of the original run. I know Crim and I are generally haters of the show because let's just say there's a lot of questionable things that happen within the show and the main character. But here's the thing: if you're excited about it, you'll probably be excited about the second season. So, anything you want to add on to that, Crim?
Nothing of value. No, I will just say, yeah, I am going to pass on this second season.
All right, next is Komi-san wa komusho desu. This one is Komi-san can't communicate. Yeah, and this one is again, this is kind of like Blue Period. I think this one also has like a very typical setup where it's like someone who cannot speak, like has a really hard time connecting with people, and now it's like their chance to try to communicate with others.
Yes, it's obviously going to be one of those shows. Yeah, she's going to learn how to communicate, right? That's the like kind of like the umbrella like term of it or whatever description of it. But I do think this looks like it's going to be this is going to be a lot better than just that. Like you're trying to help her get like 100 friends or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, from what I know, the manga is also really like a good read. So I haven't picked it up because there's like 14 issues, and I feel like I'm too far behind. I'll probably pick it up eventually. But yeah, like right now, this looks to be awesome, right? Like this is gonna be a good time. I don't know. I just have a good vibe from it because, yeah, like it seems like it's just something about it. Like watching the trailer for it just feels like it's gonna have some wonderful character bonding moments, and I'm here for that. I'm always here for that.
Yeah, I mean the manga is omega popular, so I think this was one of the shows that a lot of the manga fans were the most excited about for it to come. And I'm kind of curious because the 100 friends thing, is that like a trope or like a common thing? Because Hitoriboshi has the exact same setup where it's like I'm a loner and my goal is to make 100 friends. I don't know if that's like a thing in Japan where it's like if you get 100 friends you're considered popular or something.
Mob Psycho 100, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know a lot of people are really excited about this one, so I'm excited to take a watch of this. This one I think comes out in Netflix ? Or is this one?
Yeah, this is one of the Netflix ones, I believe. So, and they're choosing to air it, I believe, like a week or two after it airs in Japan, as opposed to like the typical delay.
Is that what Netflix they're doing? I forget if they were, because I remember for JoJo's their plan was to like batch release like 4 episodes at a time. Are they actually simulcasting Komi-san? I'm not sure if they are, but
that's what I read. I don't know if that's changed. So if that's changed, then never mind. But I at least think that's the case from the last time I read it.
That would be awesome because I hate Netflix jail, and I think everyone else does too. So
yeah.
Yeah, Komi-san, I'm excited.
There's still a delay. It's just not as long.
Gotcha.
This is one of the shows though to wrap this up. This is definitely one of the ones I'll be watching from this season.
For
Blue
sure.
Period, definitely watching. Mushoku Tensei, hard pass.
Okay, next show, Platinum End. This one is a show by Signal MD, and this one is, I keep saying this. I don't know when I'm going to stop saying this, but this one also has a sort of typical setup where it's like a death game sort of dealio where essentially 13 people are visited by a guardian angel, and you have to kill the other 12 to become God. Very Mirai Nikki, if you've seen that show. Very similar concept. I guess the difference here is that the main character doesn't really want to kill anybody else, and he was chosen to become like one of the 13 after attempting suicide. So obviously this is a very dark show from the get-go. To me, this one also screams out like Edgy McEdgelord, but I'm a huge sucker for these type of death game things, you know, like literally Squid Game just came out, like
that was really good.
And all the memes with Danganronpa came out, revisiting those memories. Like these death game things are they're just fun. I don't know. And like,
they're fun. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they are, you know, seeing people, how they would react in this sort of life or death scenario. Like, I think that's like the genuine fun from watching these type of shows. And like, when you put yourself into those situations and you're like, man, what would I do if I was in Squid Game? What would I do if I was in Platinum End?
I'd be dead, dude.
Yeah. Same here, dude. Man. I'd be toast.
I may get past the first game, but like that's it.
Yeah.
Never going past that.
I don't know.
Are you excited for this? Are you gonna watch it?
I'll give. So the thing is, like, these type of shows either are pretty good or fall very hard on its face, and it won't take that long to see which way it's gonna go through. So I'll give this one a couple episodes just in case it ends up being fun. But I don't really have actually that high hopes for it. But every time a death game show comes up like this, like I always end up giving it a couple watches because they're usually at least the setup is fun. You know what I mean?
It's 24 episodes, though. That's a lot of episodes, and it makes me think that there's going to be some random filler arcs where nothing happens, and I'm going to be really, really bored.
Maybe.
Also, well, I'll have to see, right? Maybe I'll watch the first episode. For right now, I have this as a skip for me.
Mm-hmm.
This just doesn't pique my interest. But at the same time, like, if I finish everything else and I've got nothing else to watch, I might try the first episode. I might.
What a low bar.
Yeah. I might watch it. Maybe.
If there's nothing else to watch in the
world of anime, or I could just watch Sunny Boy again. Like.
Okay, next show, 86 has a second season. I wasn't super hot on 86 personally, so I'm kind of like, are you gonna watch this? I have some interest in watching it just because I am kind of curious, but I also just didn't think the first season was any good. So I'm kind of like, why would I watch the second season at this point?
Yeah, I'm kind of right there, except for I lean in the direction of a little bit of the sunken cost fallacy, and I think that because like I don't like first season, right? I thought first season was kind of whack. It was like okay, the very last episode I guess was like all right, sure. Like he finds his brother or whatever, but I mean the robots don't look that cool. The machines don't look that cool. So the story is kind of okay, right? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm gonna watch 86 second season. So if I do, I'll let you know. I'm kind of like waning between yes and no on this one. I feel like if at least visually it looks better, like as in design, like the animation is great. I think the animation's great. It's just like the robots and all of that don't even look that cool. The fight scenes were kind of like medium, but the characters are also just not that great either.
Yeah. It was just like I thought overall the show was just supremely mediocre. So like,
right. Everybody loves the show though. Everybody loves it,
dude. Like literally on our anime, it was like one of the highest upvoted discussion threads every week, and it would have thousands of upvotes, and I'm like, am I watching the same show as everybody else? Like I just don't understand. So.
It felt like like what my first time watching Fate, you know what I mean, like Fate Stay Night or whatever, because I was like, am I watching the same thing? Where am I? Like, did I miss something? Am I starting out of order? and except for Fate, I actually was starting out of order. This one, there is only one season. You can't start out of order, and it just felt really like I don't know. I don't understand the hype on it. So
yeah. This next show, though, Mieruko-Chan, I know you've been dying to watch this one, and I think this one's going to be great as well. This one's probably one of my forerunners of like what I think is going to be one of my favorites of the season. First episode is already out for this, and for anyone who doesn't know what the idea is, it's basically Mieruko-Chan is about Miko. Also, by the way, this is like very common. Mieruko is not the main character's name. It literally translates to like those someone who can see it. The main character's Miko. Anyways, Miko can see the supernatural and is completely terrified by them, but is trying to manage to have a normal life despite it. And that's like the inherent comedy of the situation. So like I don't know. I think this is such a goofy like setup for a character, and I'm really excited about it.
Slice of horror, right? that is perfect. That is a beautifully name thing genre for this show. I already saw the first episode. I watched this as soon as it aired. I read the manga or the light now. I don't know. I think it's just a manga, whatever. And it's so good, right? I love the manga, the source material, and having already seen the first episode, I will say it's very good. It's very good. Oh my God, it's good. It's like the horror stuff that I've kind of been wanting.
Yeah.
Right? So like the show, if you watch the trailer, just looking at the trailer, it already does a lot of the things I want out of a horror anime. Now, of course, this isn't going to scare me like The Exorcist, right? Like, but not like the thing here is it's still got that spooky vibe, like the camera angles and the way they shoot every scene, the music that just, it was so good. This is so good. Oh my God, I love this show.
Nah, and just in time for the Halloween season too, you know? So
yeah, of course. Oh, the show is okay. Did I mention I like the show? Like because if I didn't, I'll do it again because holy crap, it's so good. So yeah, that's just my opinion on it. It's okay. I'm just I love this show. It's so awesome. I'm telling you, horror lovers everywhere. This is gonna be the fun show you're looking for. Yeah, there's some random like camera angles in this show, but those are the same in the manga. It's like, okay, I get it, whatever, fan service. But the thing here is that not the spirit of like old horror movies, like slasher flicks, like beach babes and like shirtless dudes running around? Like, this is just the anime version of it, right? So yes, but at the same time, the creatures, you already see it in the movie poster or the TV poster. You've seen it in the trailer. The creatures look spooky, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Calm down. I love it. All right.
Yeah, I haven't watched the first episode yet, but this is also one of the ones that I was really excited for. So I will definitely be watching some Mieruko-Chan. The next anime is one that I'm also very looking forward to, and this one's called Takt Op Destiny. I don't actually know how to. Is it OP? I think it's like Opus. Opus Destiny is what I think it. Anyways, this one's animated by Madhouse and Mappa, which should already be like, oh my God, it's Madhouse and Mappa. But this show is about basically how the world basically gets annihilated by these monsters called D2, and their one weakness is music. And so it's about these the protagonists who are resisting against the D2 with the power of music. And if that's not the most anime thing I've ever heard, like, oh my God. If you watch the PV, the visuals in this show are they're so awesome. It is really astounding. And as like a music-based show, I am so excited to hear what the soundtrack is going to be like for this. And because like when I first heard just the synopsis, I was like, oh, this could be very cheesy. I don't know. I'm imagining. There's that one show where it's like a mecha, but like the girls all like get together through music or something, like Symphogear. I forgot what it's called, and I was like, it feels like kind of cheesy, and I wonder if it's going to be one of those like turn your brain off and just let the anime-ness flow through you. But this one legitimately just looks really good. Say what?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say let the music flow through you. Come on, dude. but dude, this looks awesome, right? And the trailer, the preview, all of it looks solid. I mean, it at least has me curious to see where the show goes. Mm-hmm. And then the poster for it looks really cool. It's got like that almost like American classic kind of like poster vibe. But yeah, like, and if it's done by Mappa and Madhouse, so I don't have to worry about the animation. It's gonna be beautiful. And every character looks, this show's another one that has me pretty pumped, except it's not out yet. So yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but this is definitely on my watch list. This is the follow-up to probably like, this is probably my second most hyped show for the season. So I just want to see what it becomes, because anything that has to do with music, and if we're battling with music, then that's even better. So
yeah, like I'm curious, like if they will sync the music together for them to fight with music. That'd be so sick, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm also wondering, will there be any like episodes where they battle like through a dance off, or like there's got to be a dance off battle or a battle of the bands with the D2 creatures.
Oh,
right?
That'd be so sick. D2 have the hidden trump card. It's dubstep. Yeah. Fight the power dubstep with rock music, something like that. I don't know.
it's gonna. There's gotta be a fight scene where they do that, right? Come on.
Come on. But looking at this trailer again, like I'm watching it again right now, and some of that animation just looks amazing. It reminds me of that show, the Detective Is Already Dead. You know that one scene in the airplane where it's like godlike animation. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like that person might be working on this on the scene that was in the teaser. It reminds me a lot of that style of animation. So hopefully,
this is beautifully done, right? Like, I mean, from what I remember, like, this will be so well animated. Because there's a one-armed dude, right? That's got like he's the maestro, right?
Yeah, the conductor.
Yeah, dude, that's so sick. I can't wait to watch it.
Okay, we'll move on to the next show. I mean, at this point, we can just start going to the ones that we're excited about. Do you want to talk about the world's best assassin isekai, the assassin isekai? I don't really have any thoughts on it besides that it looks like another isekai. So
I'm not even. This isn't even on my radar of things I'm gonna watch. I've read the synopsis and I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever. But is there any other show you want to talk about?
You know that next one. I know you've been dying to talk about Shimatsu no Harem. So
I love sci-fi.
Yeah, World's End Harem. Should we let's just read through the synopsis really quick here, huh? Because I think the synopsis itself tells the story so well. So. The man killer virus, a lethal disease that has eradicated 99.9% of the world's male population. Yes. Mizuhara Reito has been in cryogenic sleep for the past 5 years, leaving behind Tachibana Erisa, the girl of his dreams. When Reito awakens from the deep freeze, he emerges into a sex-crazed new world where he himself is the planet's most precious resource. Reito and 4 other male studs are given lives of luxury and one simple mission: repopulate the world by impregnating as many women as possible. All Reito wants, however, is to find his beloved Erisa, who went missing 3 years ago. Can Reito resist temptation and find his one true love? Ah, yes. What is this not going to win an Oscar?
Look. Okay, I've watched my trash. And this is one that I'm just like, okay, sure. Like, I guess I see what's going on here. This is just straight up hentai, right?
Can it be anything but that? Like, I read the synopsis and I was like, there's no way this is actually a real anime. Like, this belongs into that category of like, I can't believe this isn't hentai anime. And like, it has the ecchi tag on it and for my anime list, but like this come on.
Have you watched the trailer for it?
I watched the trailer because I was like, there's no way this is like, and it's not. The trailer just makes it look like straight up hentai too. So like, I don't know.
I've seen what is it? Heart Hybrid. That was pretty much a hentai show, and but like with mech, or like they that's how they fuse or something with. Oh god, it was so.
So not just Darling in the Franxx.
No. You think Darling in the Franxx is so tame in comparison to what that is, but I think at least the cool thing here is that this doesn't feel like, like redo of the healer, right? Like, I feel like that show is genuinely like, nah, I can't. I don't support that show. I can't. This can't exist. If someone told me they watch World's End Harem, so far, I don't know anything about it. I saw the manga at the bookstore and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, huh, and I put it back. But like this one, at least doesn't feel as bad as redo the healer. So
yeah,
whatever.
Sure. It doesn't condone sexual violence. Sure.
Right. This is just like, what it feels like is pure trash. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Like,
in the purest sense, like the angel of hentai comes down and is like, we shall judge you on your hentai taste. And you're like, yes, I watched Shimatsu no Harem. They're like, you may still go to heaven.
you are welcomed. The gates have opened. and here's your complimentary wine to watch and drink with.
Box wine. It can't be any
Yeah, you are still trash. You are very much so trash, but you are trash that has been that's been enlightened by the angelic destiny. Like I don't know. I'm probably not gonna watch this, but like part of me wants to watch it for the meme. And then for science, and then get back to everybody in a week. You know what? I will watch an episode. I'm a grown ass man. I'll do what I want.
You let us know what you think.
Yeah, I'll let you know what science has informed me of.
Oh God. Yeah. All right. You do that, Crim.
Zach's gonna watch it, but he's just not gonna tell us.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Kelly would be like, hell no. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna move on from this.
How long is that?
Okay. Next show that I'm excited for. I'm gonna skip over a couple shows here. Senpai is Annoying by Doga Kobo. Doga Kobo, I feel like every season they do a slice of life comedy anime for the season, and so this one's the Japanese name is Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi, and this one is just basically about this one office woman who's just really small, and she hates one of her coworkers because she is always treating like a kid by him, and that's the setup. And I think this looks dumb and fun, and it's Doga Kobo, so I imagine that it's not going to be. I feel like Doga Kobo sometimes, like, their slice of life either really hits or it's just like kind of below the mark. But I'm going to give it a couple episodes and see how it is. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like I need a little more slice of life, and there's not that much slice of life this season. So, you know what, Doga Kobo, inject that shit into my veins, please.
This looks like it's gonna be a fun show. I'm gonna also check it out. I mean, mostly just on the tags alone, right? I mean, the fact that there's romance in there, I'm gonna watch it. you know I'm gonna watch it. Like let's be honest here. It looks fun, and it could be like kind of just like another, essentially a carbon copy of another Office Space, like slice of life kind of thing. It could be trying to capitalize on the what is it, Wotakoi kind of like hype.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This looks like it could be sweet, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Gotcha. There's not that much to say about this one. The next one that I'm really excited about, I saw the poster and I was like, oh, this one that has to be interesting, is Sakugan. And
well, I thought you were gonna say World Trigger.
World Trigger. I literally have no idea what World Trigger is about. It's apparently on its third season, but I don't know anything.
Yeah, why are you just gonna skip over the?
What? Okay, I mean, go for it, man.
Wow, dude.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the vampire goes to space?
Yeah, you damn right I do. Are you kidding me? Moon, Laika, and the Bloodsucking Princess?
Yeah. Okay. Take it away, Crim. Take it away.
Okay, look, it's got a vampire, it's got sci-fi. That's it. I have no other. I'll read the synopsis to you. The first astronaut in human history was a vampire girl. And then following the end of World War II, the world-dividing superpowers, Federal Republic of Zernitra, close to Zenitsu, in the east and United Kingdom of Arnak in the west, turned their territorial ambitions towards space. Both countries have been competing fiercely for development. East History 1960, Georgiev, a chief leader of the Republic, announces manned spaceflight program Project Mektat, and then which, if successful, would be the first feat for humankind. At the time, Lev Leps, a substitute astronaut candidate, is ordered to perform a top-secret mission, the Nosferatu Project program, a program that experiments with vampires prior to manned missions. Will use Irina Luminesque, as a test subject, and Lev is to monitor and train her. Even while trifled by the walls of the race and ego of the nations, Lev and Irina share a genuine sentiment as they aim for the universe.
Totally not Russia and America.
In space! Guys, we got it, dude. We got it. It's here. We are at peak human creativity. I love it. I love it. Look, I didn't have, like, the rest of the synopsis didn't have to be there. You just tell me the first astronaut in human history was a vampire girl. I'm already watching this. If I didn't have an anime subscription service, I'm buying one because this is what I needed in my life, and I know I needed it. That's the thing. So how's that not interesting to you? Come on.
I watched the PV and I was just like, meh.
Did you see the fangs in her smile?
Meh. I mean, this one's gonna be vampire girl, a vampire mommy, gets a bunch of people interested in watching the anime, and it could, I don't know, it could be fun. We'll see.
Look, I'm ready to be let down another season in a row by a vampire show. Okay, so like, you know, we had Vanitas the last time, but eventually one of these vampire shows will be good, and this could be the one. This could be the one.
We haven't gotten to it, but there's another vampire show that comes down later that I'm more excited about. But I don't know. Like this one, like if the characters end up being good, I could see this being fun, right? Like 100%. Yeah.
It'll be tough because it seems like there's only going to be 2 characters, right? Because it's in space. It's going to be kind of like Moon, you know, kind of like Space Odyssey. There's going to be 2 characters carrying the show, the narrative, the dialogues between each other. So they've got to really nail that chemistry between the 2 to make me, like, you know, not feel like I'm just like bored as hell. But if they do vampires in space again,
if they do it well though, like it's interesting because when I look at just the art itself, just with like the typesetting, it kind of reminds me of like Bunny Girl Senpai sort of ish, and like the way the art style looks a little bit. So if they get as good as a chemistry between the characters of Bunny Girl Senpai as in this show, like then you know it could end up being really good. But yeah, I'm not clamoring to watch this, but if it ends up being good, it would also not surprise me that much either. So, yeah, that's Vampires in Space. Sakugan, which is the one that I really wanted to talk about. Animated by Satellite? I don't know. This one is super cool to me. Essentially, it's about like the world human population now lives underground, and this girl wants, like, basically is part of a colony with her dad, and she meets this guy named Gaganbar, and he finds like a map that leads to something like super valuable, I guess. I don't know. The synopsis makes it seem really kind of vague, and it kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann a little bit. However, the animation and everything looks so beautiful in this one, and I love the character designs in particular. I'm super excited about what this one will be, and this one just looks so offbeat compared to some of the other things. Like, okay, I could watch another Isekai, I could watch another harem, I could watch, but like this looks, but
not the World's End Harem stands out. Okay.
Yeah, World's End Harem, definitely, you know, peak of human innovation. You know, no one's ever thought about you know, that before. That. But Sakugan just, I don't know. This one looks very flashy to me, and I watched all the PVs, and I was really, really excited about the way this looks, and it gives me like Made in Abyss / Gurren Lagann vibes. And apparently it's supposed to be a family story. So, you know, I feel like there's going to be some feels in there, too. Because I think the idea is that she's trying to find her mom, I think. So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the colors, the design, I mean, the story, all of it's got everything I want to see from a show. Mm-hmm. And this feels, is it just me, or does this feel Trigger Studio?
The typeset looks exactly like Kill la Kill. Right. I don't. Yeah.
But it's not. But it looks and feels like it is. Right. Like. Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, like regardless, I'm gonna watch this. But it had, the first thing I thought was, oh, there's the Trigger anime of the season, and turns out that's not it. Yeah. So, but the story looks like it could be like kind of a heart a heartwarming adventure with some sadness, because anytime there's a family related kind of thing, somebody's got to go. And, I'm sad thinking about who's got to go. So like, yeah, I'm excited to see what becomes of this, because we've currently got Fena still continuing. So like, there's gonna be a lot of sweet adventure shows.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I think this type of adventure show, I'm just a sucker for them. Kind of like I'm a sucker for killing games and
vampires.
That's you speaking to yourself, Crim.
Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, just to make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
But the next show is a vampire show, and this one looks really funny. Kyuuketsuki Sugu Shinu. Yes, I just said vampires. Crim, this is it, a vampire show. Kyushi the vampire dies in no time. This one, I watched the PV and I didn't understand what I was watching, but the synopsis apparently. Okay, well, I guess I'll just read it. Vampires are said to have many weaknesses, such as garlic crosses sunlight. Game-loving vampire lord Draluk just so happens to be weak to everything. He dies, turning into a pile of ash at the slightest shock. After vampire hunter Ronaldo learned of a castle inhabited by a vampire rumored to have kidnapped a kid, he went there intending to take the devil down. However, the vampire turned out to be Draluk, a wimp who keeps turning into ash at the smallest things. Moreover, the kid wasn't being held captive. He was just using the haunted house as his personal playground. When his castle is destroyed, Draluk moves into Ronaldo's office, much to the other's chagrin. Despite their differences, they must try to work together to defend themselves from rogue vampires, Ronaldo's murderous editor, investigators, and more, with Draluk dying continuously along the way. This show just seems hilarious to me. I love the concept of it so much. And it's just so goofy. Like, even like the design of Draluk himself, he just looks like such a goofball. So I don't know.
This is the other one I've been wanting to see. It has like bits and pieces of what it looks to be like, kind of the horror-esque vibes and art style of Iruma, but at this like at least the main vampire, but like Draluk or whatever. But yeah, like I think this looks hilarious. There's even an adorable armadillo. Like there's like an armadillo or something like that. I don't know what it does. But
it's very cute. That's what it does, Crib.
I love this show. Okay, it's done its job. This looks like the perfect amount of dumb horror humor that I needed for the holiday. I say holidays because my favorite holiday is October. So obvious, like October is the holiday. Yes, I know what I said. But
Halloween not a 30-day?
Yeah, dude, I celebrate Halloween October for actually like about 364. But yeah. So this is exactly what I want, right? Like this is the dumb humor that I could totally get behind. And I can't wait to watch it. I hope it doesn't break into some weird, like, I don't know, super like, like it always gets into like weird. Vampire shows get really weird real quick. Real weird, real quick.
That's
like
true.
It's like borderline creepy pedo dude, or like, can we? All right, let's not. Do that
the whole vampire trope thing feels like it already leans itself into that, because like I will suck your blood, and like breathing down people's necks, like,
yeah.
And so depending on the portrayal of vampires, it's either just like, yeah, dude, that's really creepy, or like, oh, that guy's very hot and sexy. Like, there's no in between.
There's no in between. Yeah, oh my god, that's the hottest vampire ever. Oh god, that's so creepy. Keep out of here. So, I mean, hopefully, I'd rather have the hot and sexy part with humor. So this is definitely on my watch list.
The next show I wanted to talk about is by Science Saru, and this one's called Heike Monogatari. And this one is really interesting looking, I guess. And as like a Science Saru show, I'm always interested because they always think, I feel like they have like a very unique style with the way they animate and stuff, as we saw in like the Star Wars Vision stuff that they did with Ping Pong the animation. Like everything they do is always a little offbeat and weird. And I don't know. I can't say no to this. It's basically a historical drama, and it follows the story of this girl who is blind, but she's able to see the future. And so, people are trying to use her gifts to, take control in historic Japan, essentially. And so, yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting to me. I don't really have like, I don't really love historical stuff that much. But this one looks really cool. And Sai and Saru, again, like when they hit gold, they hit it hard. So I'm definitely going to give this a couple episodes. Of course, if it ends up being weird and too offbeat the ways like some of the Star Wars Vision stuff was, I'll probably not end up finishing it, but I'll definitely give a couple episodes in just to see how it is.
I might watch it, but just like you, I don't know how I feel about historical stuff. Like usually that stuff just puts me to sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just like, oh, very cool. and then fall asleep right after. So I don't know. I mean, I'll try it an episode or two, but we'll see. We'll see. It looks like it could be like it has potential to be some really cool, like have some cool stuff there. But I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know because that one I'll plan on watching a bit of. Next show, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited to watch, is Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Which one is that? Is that new?
Yeah, that one's new. It's about these guys who slay demons. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's called Demon Slayer. I don't know. I think he's kind of a terrible character, and anyone who likes him is probably also terrible. So
weird. You know what? What did we learn the last time you talked trash about best? Like, you know, the sad boy.
Okay,
the one
so
we must protect.
Funny story. Me and Crim one night after we decided to record one of our podcast episodes, decided to play Valorant. And we played a rank game, and on the opposing side, there's a guy whose name was Zenitsu, and he was unbelievably cracked, like one-shotting everybody. Like I think he ended up with like 40 kills. Like he was literally, it was like not even close. And then Krim was like, "See, this is what you get for talking smack on Zenitsu." And I'm like,
talk trash. What happens when we talk trash? We get bodied. All right. What this is telling you that don't mess with Zenitsu. Okay.
No.
Zenitsu is the truth.
Zenitsu is literally the worst character until he falls asleep. That says it all. That says it all.
No. He's recharging his awesomeness, dude. That's why he goes to bed. Yeah, everyone that doesn't enjoy him while he's awake just means they haven't understood him yet. Okay? He's a complicated character.
Yeah, really complicated, especially the way he simps, and that's his like goal in life. Look, is to simp. Yeah,
everybody has their own prerogative. He's got a simp complex, maybe. But the thing here is,
do we need to talk? Is this like
good dude? He's a good dude. Is
there a mirror in front of you? Is that what you're pointing at? Like, what do you?
That guy in front of me is great. I'm looking at me. No, like legitimately, I am excited for the second season, except for one thing. We had talked about it the other week, and it's that they're essentially redoing all of the like Mugen Train.
Yeah,
that's the first like 6 episodes. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
7 episodes. There's even more. I wanted season 2. And I mean, this is fair. You know, a lot of people didn't. There are people that didn't get to see Mugen Train, so they want to make sure everybody is on the same wavelength. Maybe they redo some things. They like kind of like change the pace of some things and events that have happened during the movie. Sure, but did we need a full 7 episodes? You could have just given me a 30-minute rundown, like on one episode, and I guess I'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm not super excited about this. I guess the first episode will be completely new, but yeah, after that, it's just Mugen Train, dude. It's just Mugen Train all the way to the end. You know what I'll do? Instead of watching that, I'm just going to watch the movie again because I like the movie. So I'll just watch that again,
you know? Really good.
Like, why the heck would I want to wait? That's literally a month and a half, by the way, of Demon Slayer that like we'll have to rewatch that it could have been summed up in a single movie. So not super excited about that.
It was summed up in a single movie.
Actually. Yeah, you're right.
Funny enough,
they did manage to compress 6 episodes into a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Wow,
it's crazy.
Yeah, wild.
So Demon Slayer.
Well, hopefully when it starts up, if it starts in December, when Demon Slayer season 2 starts up in December, I can't wait.
Yeah.
When I say December, is because we're waiting for the 7 episodes. I thought it just
Dude, that's almost that's literally almost the new year. I'll see you in the new year, Demon Slayer. we'll ring in 2000. What year is it? 2022. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Okay, wait, yeah, I'll see you then.
I have a question then. Is this going to be 24 episode, 23 episode season? Because if it's only like 12 episodes, I'm going to, dude, oh my Lord.
Oh my God. If the first 7 episodes are just recap and we only get 5 new ones and then we have to wait a season for it. No, there's no way, right?
No.
There's no way.
I mean, I hope not. Dude, this is like the most hyped show returning to anime, right? Like, this has got to be.
Well, they better not do us wrong. There's one more show that I had on my list besides some of the ones that are returning from last season that I want to talk about, and it's called Ousama Ranking. This one's animated by Wit Studio. And the web manga, okay, so I'll read their synopsis. The web manga centers around Boji, a deaf, powerless prince who cannot even wield a children's sword. As the firstborn son, he strives hard and dreams of becoming the world's greatest king. However, people mutter about him behind his back as a good-for-nothing prince and no way he can be king. Boji is able to make his first ever friend, Kage, a literal shadow on the ground who somehow understands Boji well. Kage is a survivor of the Kage assassin clan, but was all but wiped out. No longer a killer, Kage now makes ends meet by stealing. The story follows Boji's coming of age as he meets various people in his life, starting with his fateful encounter with Kage. If you watch the PV of this one just looks like really good, feels good type of anime, and I'm all about it. It looks really endearing. The character, like the prince that you follow, is just a cute kid, and the Kage that he meets looks like there's like that Pokemon that like sits on the ground. It's like a pancake with a beak. You know what I'm talking about?
It's Sundisk, I think. Or...
Yeah. And that's basically what Kage looks like. And this one just looks really feels good and fun. So I want to check it out. I also just love Wit Studio and the works that they've done. So I'm excited about this, but this is not very high up on people's list, I doubt.
This looks like it could be okay, but I mean, this is definitely like low on the tier list for me. Maybe because
but it looks so cute.
Yeah, but you kind of what's the other vampire show? The one that the vampire that dies in no time. We already have the dancing armadillo, right? Like that. I got my cute for the season. Okay,
I don't know, man. This one. It could also end up being that this is just like a kid show, and I'm gonna just get really bored after an episode. But it looks it looks cute, so I want to give it a shot. And if it ends up being really good, you can own me a boba. How's that?
by whose judge? Like, who are we having judged?
I mean, as the super fair and objective ranker, Josh Zell Kim here at your service. By my extremely objective measure of how good anime are, I think we have a trustworthy source. So
weird. There are 2 objectively good judges of anime at this table now, and it is
one's more objectively good than the other one. I think
weird how that works out objectively.
So I think the jury's out on that second guy.
Okay. Fair. Not, dude. But, okay. We'll see. I mean, maybe if it's good and I end up liking it, then sure, I'll owe you a bubble. Or maybe even better, you have to watch an anime of my choosing.
Okay.
If I'm right. I'm not even joking. I am dead serious. You have to watch an anime I choose for you.
I know which one that's going to be. Okay, anyways, returning anime of the season. Returning anime that I'm excited about. Jahi-sama continues on, and so does Fana. And Fana, the Pirate Princess, is like by and far away probably my favorite anime from last season. So I'm excited to see more Fana for this season as well. And then the other last thing I want to mention was that apparently it will be sometime later in the year. It'll be probably right before the new year. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie comes out, and that I am beyond excited about. So
yes, dude, I cannot wait for that movie.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, I just finally, after like months and months of digging and finding my local bookstore finally got issue number 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So I finally own number 9. Yes. And after we finish filming this, I'm going to go pick up issue number 12. So I'm excited.
Wait, 9 and you skipped to 12?
Well, so this has been out of print.
Oh.
Right. So I just could not fill there's just been this void that I stare at every day. I mean, I also just picked up issue number 8 of Rent a Girlfriend because, naturally that's just a good show.
Yeah, Crim. Yeah.
Yeah. It's objectively
You know how we talked about objective?
Yeah, this is an objectively good manga show. So, not up for debate. However, Jai-sama is going to be a lot of fun. That's what I've been continuing to watch through. Obviously, Fenna, you don't like. Come on. This show is like everything I've been wanting from an adventure show, and I think we're getting the second half of Way of the House Husband. Sometime soon.
Also that as well.
So Way of the House Husband. I liked the first season or the first batch of episodes I saw. It was a lot of the humor I expected from like after reading it and all of that stuff. So yeah, like it's really, really, really. I'm in love with it. I think the humor in the show is hilarious. It's dumb. It's kind of turn your brain off, but it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that kind of rounds up. That sort of rounds up the season, I think.
Well,
you know what?
Question here.
Okay, yeah. Hit me with it.
How many animes do we each have this season? We've already like kind of tripled by last season, right? Like from last season, I think I had like 5 that I was hyped for.
I don't know. I don't think. I think I had about like 10 shows that I was like, oh, I will watch these. I don't know how many I'll end up with. But this season, I think in terms of like complete just hype levels of like how excited am I to see some of these shows, and like I would say I'm still probably like out of the new ones, I think there's only about 5 that I'm like, oh, these are going to be like fantastic, awesome, and great. And then 5 that I'm more like, oh, these could be good, these might not be good. So I don't know. I think the jury's still out for me if like has anime recovered from the last season of shows. But yeah, I don't know. I like. Are you more pumped this season than last season? Probably, right? But are you way more pumped, or is that just because of Mieruko-Chan?
I mean, Mieruko-Chan's got me like extremely in high spirits. But on top of that, I mean, just on the list alone of things that I genuinely really want to keep up with this season, right? There, like including the ones from last season and whatnot, right? We've got, let me count here. Blue Period, Komi Can't Communicate, Mieruko-Chan, Vampires in Space, Kyushi, The Vampire Dies in No Time, Fena, Jahi-sama, House Husband, Sakugan, Senpai's Annoying, Demon Slayer Season 2. And then, like I'll give World's End Harem like an episode or two. So that's like 12 shows. Yeah. I'm watching 12 shows. Holy cow, I've got a lot to watch. And I mean, that makes me happy because last season I was only watching like 5 shows. Started off maybe like 7, and then it really dropped down to about like 5.
Dude, yeah, I started with like 10 plus shows last season, and I think I ended up with like 4. It's been a while since I've dropped so many shows, and it even got to a point where I was like, what am I even watching anime for? And like it was competitive. No, seriously, because like other shows would come out from real life stuff, I imagine, but Squid Game and like I guess Star Wars Vision. Amazing. But like I started watching other things, and like Final Fantasy 14 has been continually taking over my life too. So yeah, I don't know. It was just this was a dark period for anime, which is kind of crazy to say because I think really what it has been is that there's been just so much good anime each season up until like last season, in my opinion. Like there were certainly some seasons that were worse than others, but like for the most part, there was always like a good number of shows that were like quite good to being like very good, right? And right. So last season was like a little bit of a change of pace, but that said, I'm excited for a lot of things this season. I think there's a lot of strong anime. Komi-san, Mieruko-Chan, I think.
End Harem.
Takt Op, Destiny, Sakugan, Demon Slayer coming back, Fena.
Say it with me.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying it. So That is a wrap up for this season, guys. This is what looks like our lineup for the fall season of anime. I'm super excited about some of these shows. A lot of feel good anime. I think.
Yes.
I think for the most
Yeah.
part, there's been a lot of like comedy, slice of life ish things. So I'm really pumped about it. Yeah. So that's kind of that. If you were to pick one that you think is like a dark horse anime, and then one that you're just like plainly excited about, what are your like top 2 picks there?
Dark horse anime for me, I think one that will probably, the one that's going to surprise people. It might actually be Sakugan.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be one of the ones. It's either that or Takt Op Destiny, but like
Yeah.
I feel like those two are. Is there hype around it? Because I feel like I don't hear much.
I don't really
hype
hear
around either of them.
Yeah. Like I haven't really seen that much about either yet. Of course it's early, but I agree. I think those two seem like the dark horse of the anime, like this season of anime. And then if there was one front runner, I would say it's probably like Mieruko-Chan or Komi-san. Those have got to be like the two ones that like I hear people frothing at the mouth for. So
I mean, I think I don't need to say which one I'm the most excited for, right?
Vampires in Space.
Okay, that's close.
World's End Harem.
We'll find out. And then for all my trash, for all the trash listening and watching right now, don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. Mieruko-Chan though. Oh baby, yeah, dude. This show is good. It's so good. Oh, I love it so much. And I know reading ahead, it's gonna just keep getting better.
Yeah. So that is the Niisan podcast overview of the fall season of anime. Let us know if there are things that you think we are missing.
Over 400 subs.
We hit it. We hit over 400. We're over 400. We're gonna get to 9,000 eventually. But thank you guys.
Eventually.
Thank you guys so much, guys. We really appreciate it. We love reading all your comments. It always brightens our day to hear people say like, "Oh, we discovered the podcast and we started binging through it." And, you know, like that always makes us feel really awesome. And we're happy that we can share our love. Yeah, validated. We're happy that we can share our love for, you know, anime and the various things in our lives with you guys. And we hope to continue this forever and ever. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Crim, any thoughts? Any last words? Before I murder you for your taste in anime. Sorry. I said any last words, like, you know, closing thoughts, but last words.
Damn, dude, I've got threatened right here.
I said last words, and I was like, that's not what I meant to say. Or
any
is it?
last words? Well, damn, I don't know. After that one, that's a lot of pressure, dude. I think the only thing I'd like to say other than that is just, yo, everybody that subscribes, everybody that listens to me and all of Xell's death threats, thanks for helping us prove we're the best anime podcast. Boom. Also, objectively, the word of the stream is objective, and so objectively, we are the best anime podcast. So thanks for helping us prove that.
True. Thank you, guys. All right. See you guys next week. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the podcast, and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye. And I'm not going to kill Crim. Sorry, guys. That was really, really random. Okay, bye.